The first thing that I do when I'm meeting a client, it sounds kind of trivial, but I'm on time and I'm prepared. I'm not really sure I can get more into detail than that. Other than that, there's a lot of details when it comes to closing the transaction, and that client is not going to understand them all. But if they have confidence that I'm going to be on time and have their best interest, it's a subliminal approach. That's the first thing I do.
First thing that I try to do to make a good impression with a potential client, doesn't really matter whether they're entering into my business or not, would just be to get to know them, to ask them questions. I think the best tool that I have at my disposal, especially being within the field of network marketing, is to simply get to know who that person is at heart and what they're after in life. Everybody's after something, and I think when I focus on my product or trying to create freedom for them or finances, then I think the chances of them being interested go down dramatically. So I just want them to know that I'm genuinely interested in them as a person, because whenever you have two people that are extremely interested in each other as individuals and helping each other elevate themselves and their position in life, then business will happen. So that's what I try to do.
My name is Gabe O'Neill. I'm the founder of Digital Accelerant. The thing that I like to do first, right off with a client, is make sure that they feel good about employing me, about hiring me. And so before we get to the point where they've actually committed, I try and offer a little bit of value just to show that they're not wasting their time with me. Once we're committed, that's when I really go full out to try and provide as much value as I can right away, just to make them comfortable with their decision. So again, it's providing value, whether it be designing the web page or whether it be giving them, talking to them about their brand. That's usually a good one for me, where they've racked their brain over and over about a name for their company or where the branding is going to go. And what I'll do is elicit out of them, with a lot of different questions. We'll be able to come up with a really cool brand together, and then they'll be really excited about working with me. So that's what I do.
Keith Ivey with Legal Shield, and the first thing that I do with a brand new Legal Shield member is to make sure they understand how to access the law firm that they have just enrolled in order to have access to. There's some steps you need to go through, things you need to be able to say and do, and I think good orientation to how to get the most out of their Legal Shield membership is a very, very good way to start the relationship.
Meet a person for the first time, initially I have to establish trust. When you're helping someone sell their business, often they have to expose tax records and a lot of financial information. So they have to, first of all, I want them to be comfortable with me. Lucky people sort of feel they can trust me, which I don't know why, but it just happens. But then a couple of things I'll mention is that I do have a real estate license. I also mention the experience of my company, that we've got 20 years experience, and my broker is one of only 89 people with an M&A certification. I also mention how we handle very sensitive information, that before we tell people stuff, we get non-disclosures, and that some people want to give me their tax returns, and I won't take them. We have encrypted software at our head office, and I just explain, why it's more important for them to rather email it to our office where we have that protected software. And then just to put their mind at rest, I also mentioned that, we don't charge an upfront fee. So we're committed to success. We only get paid when we close. So that also, tends to help build the trust, that we're not just trying to rip them off for something.
I always start with a 30-minute just strategy session, just to talk about kind of where they are now, what's working, what's not working, and then looking ahead, what do they want to accomplish? And then from there, it's always a focus on speed of implementation. So if I can find something to give them up front that they can implement right away before they even write the first check, that's my goal, because then from there, I can just build that trust faster. Because look, I'm not out here to take your money. I want to make your business work better.
So for me, it's It's simply continuing on the process that we've been involved in up to that point. So from the beginning, it's all about communication and setting expectations. So once somebody makes the decision that they want to be a client, it's simply continuing that process. So communication on what they can expect as they're going into class, some of the challenges that might be there, and making sure that I understand what their expectations are. So that's my process for a new client.